The Little Princess and the Missing Classroom. Chapter 1. A strange morning at Starleaf Magic School. Princess Liora woke up with a flutter of excitement in her tummy. It was her 4th week at Starleaf Magic School, the grandest school in the entire Cloud Kingdom. The school floated high above the sky, supported by sparkling winds and friendly clouds who liked to puff soft breezes at the students' cheeks. Liora loved everything about her magical school. The rainbow-tiled hallways, the whispering books in the library, the glittering potion bubbles, and the classrooms that changed colors depending on the teacher's mood. Today was special. It was Charmcraft class, her favorite class of all, where students learned tiny, helpful spells like making their shoes tie themselves or making plants grow giggly tickle vines. She brushed her hair and placed a star-shaped clip on the side, and hurried to grab her wand, a slim silver wand with a pink gem that shimmered like a tiny heartbeat.
I can't wait to show my teacher my new sparkle light spell,
Liora said to her cat, Nimby, who bounced after her in excitement. She raced through the bright hallway, making soft pitter-patter sounds on the cloud-carpeted floor. But when she turned the corner and reached the door that always opened into Charmcraft Classroom 3, she froze. The door was there, but the classroom behind it was not. Where the classroom should have been, there was nothing but soft fog swirling suspiciously.
What happened?
Liora whispered. Nimby squeaked in confusion and poked the fog with his tiny cloud nose. It booped into emptiness. The entire classroom, her teacher, the desks, the spellboards, the enchanted windows had vanished. Chapter 2. A mystery begins. Liora stepped closer carefully.
Hello? Is anyone inside? Miss Starling? Classmates?
She called into the fog, but no answer. Just the soft hum of cloud magic drifting through the halls. A missing classroom was not a normal thing at Starleaf Magic School. Sure, sometimes the stairs moved or the windows reshaped themselves into playful animals, but entire classrooms did not disappear. This was definitely a mystery. Nimby tugged gently at her dress, as if saying, "We should tell someone."
You're right. Let's go to the headmistress,
Liora said firmly. She marched toward the tallest tower, where Headmistress Aurelia, a wise fairy with shimmering wings, usually floated while reading her giant spellbook. But when Liora reached the spiraled tower, she found a sign. Headmistress in a meeting with the Dragon Council. Do not disturb unless the sky is falling.
This is almost like the sky is falling. A whole classroom is missing,
Liora muttered. Nimby nodded vigorously. Without the headmistress, Liora searched for someone else who might know what to do. First, she tried Mr. Quill, the gentle owl librarian. But when she arrived at the library, he was too busy trying to settle down the bookshelves, which had started arguing about which one held the most interesting stories.
Dear Princess, I'm terribly sorry, but I must calm these shells down before they start biting each other again,
Mr. Quill hooted, flapping his wings in worry.
Why don't you try Professor Moondrop?
So, she tried Professor Moondrop, the potions teacher. He was buried in purple smoke from a bubbling cauldron and coughed out,
Not now, unless your problem involves someone accidentally turning into a mushroom.
She tried the broom closet next, where the enchanted brooms usually knew all the gossip. But today, they were all asleep. Liora took a deep breath.
That means we'll have to solve it ourselves,
Nimby squeaked bravely. Chapter 3. The Clue of the Glittering Footprints. Determined, Liora marched back to where the classroom should have been. This time, she noticed something she had missed before, right at the edge of the fog. Glitter. Not just any glitter, golden sparkles sprinkled in a winding trail across the floor. Liora knelt down.
I know see, Sparkles. They look like the ones from Miss Starling's lesson on moving spells.
Nimby sniffed the glitter and spun excitedly in a circle.
If this glitter is here, maybe the classroom didn't disappear. Maybe it moved.
She stood up quickly.
But why would a classroom move by itself? Classrooms aren't supposed to go wandering.
Unless someone made them. Liora looked at the trail of gold sparkles and followed it down the hallway. The glitter trail twisted and looped past the dining clouds, slid under a floating staircase, and swirled around a painting of the first headmistress of Starleaf Magic School. An old fairy with a serious look and eyebrows that could stop a storm. But the glitter didn't stop there. It ended at a round wooden door that Liora had never seen before.
What's this place?
She whispered. The door read, "Under Hall of Forgotten Spells Authorized Wizards Only."
Oh no, I'm not authorized.
Liora breathed. Nimby puffed up nervously like a frightened cotton ball. Liora bit her lip.
I know we're not supposed to go into places that say authorized, but a whole classroom is probably in trouble. And I'm a princess of the Cloud Kingdom. I should help.
She put her hand on the doorknob. It glowed warmly and unlocked.
As if it wants us to go in,
she murmured. Together, she and Nimby stepped inside. Chapter 4. The Hall of Forgotten Spells. The door closed behind them with a soft click. Liora shivered as she gazed around the underhall. It was dim and dusty, filled with shelves of old spell scrolls and jars of magic ingredients that had not been used for ages. Some spells glowed faintly. Others whispered their names softly to no one. Nimby stayed close, his little cloud body trembling. Liora followed the golden glitter trail, which sparkled brighter in the darkness. Eventually, it led them to a small wooden table covered in old parchment papers. One scroll was lying open. On it was written, "The Walking Room Charm," a spell used long ago to allow classrooms to relocate when needed. Leora's eyes widened.
So that's it. Someone used this spell.
But who? And why? A sudden rustling sound echoed from the shadows. Liora gripped her wand tightly.
Who's there?
A tiny figure peeked from behind a shelf. A little sprite no bigger than Leora's hand fluttered out, its wings trembling.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble,
squeaked the sprite.
You used the walking room charm?
Liora asked gently. The sprite nodded miserably.
I didn't know it was forbidden. I only wanted a quiet place to study. The classrooms upstairs were full of chattering students, and I get nervous around noise.
So you moved a whole classroom?
Liora said softly. The sprite covered its face.
I didn't know the spell was so strong, and now I can't move it back.
Lioras anga meldte. She remembered how she had felt on her first day at Starleaf Magic School. Small, scared, and overwhelmed.
It's okay,
she said kindly.
Everyone makes mistakes. That's how we learn. What matters is fixing it.
The sprite peeked through its tiny fingers.
You're not mad?
Liora smiled.
No, but we have to help the classroom get back where it belongs.
The sprite fluttered nervously.
I don't know how to reverse the spell.
Liora looked at the scroll.
Maybe we can figure it out together.
Chapter 5. Teamwork Makes Magic Stronger. The scroll listed the steps carefully. 1. Locate the moved classroom. 2. Form a circle of magic around it. 3. Speak the spell of returning. Classroom bright, classroom right. Find your place in morning light. 4. Add friendship magic from at least 3 different beings. Liora counted on her fingers.
We have me, and Nimby, and you. That makes 3.
The sprite's wings fluttered with hope.
Let's go find the classroom,
Liora declared. They followed the trail deeper into the underhall until they reached a huge archway of stone. Behind it was the missing classroom. It floated gently in midair like a lost bubble. Desks drifted slowly inside, and Miss Starling herself was sitting on her chair, waiting calmly with a cup of tea.
You're late for class, Princess Liora.
Miss Starling said with a wink.
You're not scared?
Liora gasped.
Classrooms wander from time to time.
Miss Starling said as if this were perfectly normal.
But thank you for coming to rescue us. Please proceed.
Liora gathered Nimby and the sprite. They formed a circle around the floating classroom.
Ready?
She asked.
Ready?
Squeaked the sprite. Nimby squeaked too. Liora lifted her wand and recited,
Classroom bright, classroom right, find your place in morning light.
A warm glow filled the air. The sprite added its shimmering blue light. Nimby added a soft cloud puff glow, and Leora's pink gem shone brightest of all. The lights intertwined like ribbons. Then, whoo! The classroom glided upward, through the arch, up the long spiraled path, and back to its proper place in the hallway. Nimby bounced happily. The sprite spun in delighted circles. Liora cheered. Chapter 6. A lesson learned. Miss Starling stepped out of the classroom once it settled into the hallway.
Well done, Princess Liora. You solved the mystery with bravery, kindness, and teamwork.
She said warmly. Liora felt her cheeks glow with pride.
And you
Miss Starling added, turning to the tiny sprite.
are welcome to join my class anytime. There are quiet corners for students who like quiet spaces. You don't need to hide in the underhall.
The sprite's eyes sparkled.
Really?
Of course, Starleaf Magic School is for everyone.
Miss Starling said. The sprite hugged Leora's finger.
Thank you for not yelling at me.
Liora smiled.
I wouldn't. I know how it feels to need help.
Miss Starling clapped her hands.
Now then, class is beginning. Who's ready to learn Sparkle Light Spell Level 2?
Liora and Nimby cheered. The sprite fluttered inside the classroom shyly but happily. And Liora took her seat, knowing she had learned something more valuable than any spell. Even small mistakes can be fixed, and kindness is the strongest magic of all.